rising, beautiful people. Shout out to TWT. Shout out to the LDVC, man. Listen, shout out to the whole funky world right now. Hey, it's Thursday morning. Some of y'all getting ready for work, waking up, getting ready to get your day going. I'm trying to end my Wednesday night and get home and get ready for this good cook that's coming up in about an hour or so. So to all boxing heads out there, you need some great boxing talk with your coffee this morning. You got to join into my brother Southern T Boxing. He's going to be doing a hell of a cooking. He's going to be talking about the top 15 undisputed champions in the 3 belt and the 4 belt um, era in boxing. It should be very interesting. So make sure y'all tune in. Come on over there. Check out Southern T. Hey, call your fam. Anybody got time to come over and enjoy this cook? Make sure you invite your peoples because it's going to be a hell of a cook. Hey, man. Also, we got Shakur Stevenson. He's going to be going up against Isaac Cruz. It's going to be his first fight at lightweight. I want to see this fight because Isaac Cruz got to prove something to me. I'm not sold on Isaac Cruz, and I'm already got my mindset, premeditated thoughts. Let that be known. I like Shakur Stevenson to put a boxing lesson on Lord Isaac Cruz and wind up stopping him sometime later in the fight. Yeah, I get it. Shakur ain't no knockout artist. You don't have to be a knockout artist to knock out anyone. You gotta just know how to apply the right amount of pressure and know where to hit a motherfucker at. But other than that, hey, what's going on? So, yo, I know y'all heard, man, there's going to be a lot of Mandos taking place. Yeah, in the new year coming up, so I know a lot of people is excited like that. You might get a chance to see some fights that you want to see, and you might not get to see fights that you want to see because we got a lot of mandatories going on and things like that. But nonetheless, it's going to be a great cook because I think a lot of us, we are truly big fans of these men being champions and acting as champions. So we get to have a great discussion. And I think this discussion about the top 15 undisputed in the 3rd and the 4 belt era is good for the people who's undisputed now to know how to understand what's going on. Opulent, yo, what's going on, bro? Just give me y'all a good warm up real quick, man, before T come on. So make sure you check out Southern T at 7:30. I think that's gonna be a real great discussion. Yo, D free salute, man. Just giving everybody the PSA. T is gonna be cooking, so I know you're gonna take part in it and talking about this undisputed, the top 15 undisputed in the 3 and the 4 belt era. So it's gonna be great. So we got the Mandos coming up. Let's see if these guys hold up to their mandatories. I want to really see these mandatories get out the way and we get some other things going on. Then of course the sad part, the downside about the mandatory thing at the Terry Claw fight, David Ambrosia Avocado, whatever his name is, then he got a Mando lined up for his ass too. And his Mando would be Virgil Ortiz. So I'm wondering how that's going to play out. What's going to happen with Errol Spence? Is he going to sit there and fight Keefe Poo, who most of us feel as though that he does nothing for Errol Spence's resume right now, especially myself. Can't speak for everybody else, but I'd rather for Errol to move up, forget Keith Thurman, let Keith Thurman stay back there and deal with all these young guys. And if he wants to feel as though someone's career needs to be validated with his name on their resume, then it's no longer EJ. It got to be these young guys. Also with Shakur Stevenson, besides what's going on with him and Isaac Cruz, it's a lot of shit coming up with him about that situation with the demise of Takeoff on the Migos, and it's a lot of things coming up about that. Hopefully that don't get in the middle of Shakur's career. So depending on how long the talks keep going on about what happened to Takeoff, we already know Shakur is managed by Jay Prince, who is the godfather, the father of mob ties. And it's a whole crazy situation because I hate to hear an athlete name mixed in with something like this that happened, when somebody dies and things like that, when they should be focusing on their career. So I don't know how Shakur is taking it right now. Is he ignoring it, things like that? But he got something to worry about. Hopefully, nothing happens to that young man on the back end because of what happened with takeoff for the Migos. But I like Shakur to beat up on Izaku as good first fight for Shakur Stevenson at 135. Because Izaku really need to be put to the test, and I'm tired of the name calling, things like that. Um, what else we got? Of course, we got Wilder and Ruiz. Um, Keefe Poo, man, get him on up out of here. Nobody wants to see Keefe Poo. I really don't. But I'm excited about this morning's live with Southern T because some of you people, not the fans, but some of the fans will get some education on the top. Some of boxing's top undisputed champions that existed in the game. So I think that's going to be very, very interesting. Shit, I didn't even look at the list yet of the top 15. I know about maybe 10 or 11 right off my head. It's hard to pick who is the best of the best in the 3 to 4 belt era when we talk about undisputed. Now, here's the thing, giving y'all the warm up now. The difference between undisputed now and undisputed back then, a lot of those guys was defending their undisputed titles, which put a stamp in the ground that they validated as a true undisputed champion. So you have to defend. So we don't see that much here in men's boxing. So hopefully we'll start seeing that. And we're gonna see what happens. But hey, like I said before, people, Devin Haney's in a great situation, man. This guy's surrounded by legacy. No matter if he go up or stay at 35, he's going to be marked as one of the greatest that ever did it. He probably will go down as the greatest or one of the greatest of his era, and definitely he's going to go in the greatest of all time somewhere in the list. But also, we got to get together and we got to put together a Mount Rushmore. And you need more than one Mount Rushmore. You need multiple Mount Rushmores in the sport of boxing or in any damn sport. But the first Mount Rushmore I want us to build when we get time. We're not going to do that right now because it'll run into the time of tea, and I don't want to mess up that because I want to be a part of that. But I think we should work on these Mount Rushmores. And the first Mount Rushmore I want to work on is the biggest ducks and the greatest ducks of all time. We need a Mount Rushmore for the greatest ducks. Now, how many heads we gonna put up on a stick and lay it there? We put about 6, man. We gonna put 6. We gonna put together 6 heads for the greatest ducks of all time, Mount Rushmore, and then we'll go for the other Mount Rushmores. And that, cause you definitely need that in the sport of boxing, because it's gonna be hard to build one overall Mount Rushmore in the sport of boxing. It's very hard to do. That's why when it comes down to when people just give their opinion on when they put together a greatest of all time list or a pound for pound list, people, it really has to be more fact than your motherfucking goddamn opinion. And I think it helps everyone. It even helps you with creating your list. So hopefully when people start doing a whatever list, they do it off of facts. Let's just do it off of pure facts, people. Let's leave the opinions out of it. But we definitely gotta put together a greatest ducks of all time, Mount Rushmore. That is coming to y'all very soon. Brought to you by TWT. We're gonna keep on bringing you all this damn heat, and I can't wait to D-Free get back to doing his solo lives, because he's been cooking and everything like that. But I'm expecting a good one with Southern T this morning. It's gonna be a hell of a talk, man. So hopefully everybody's having a great start to their morning, or even a great ending to their morning if you're working overnight like my ass. Nocturnal, ready to go to sleep, but I can't go to sleep because this boxing talk got me vexed, and I'm up at work and ready to get the fuck up on out of here. But I'm ready to see that also. I want to put together a Mount Rushmore. It's like a temporary Mount Rushmore. The top prospects, because we got these prospects going on. And we're gonna put like a 5 or 6 piece head Mount Rushmore of the top prospects right now. Which prospects probably have the better road to success in whatever they're trying to be in the sport of boxing. It's a lot to talk about. So we got to make sure we cover these things for the masses, people. So everybody keep doing their great jobs and things like that. Also, there's a lot of talks about I forgot who it was, but it's a fight that somebody was asking me about. So when I remember, I will let y'all know. But for me, we got to see what's going on. Also, what the fuck Jamal Charlo is going to do next? The clock is ticking on Jamal Charlo. I need to see Jamal Charlo sometime in the ring in 2023 against not just somebody, but a good opponent. Because as of right now, the Charlo brothers, they used to be, the Lions didn't look like they was both running the sport of boxing, but Mel is taking off and Maul is just at a standstill, afraid to fight guys. He don't know what he want to do, women problems, things like that. So we got to see what Maul is going to do because we don't really want to look at Maul the way we looking at him. Some of us because he's gifted, but I don't know, man. We gotta see what's going on. Then the thing with everybody's coming out and they just keep hating on my man Errol Spence. Errol can't do a motherfucking thing. Damn, he ain't even get to kick your favorite fighter ass yet. Well, a few of them. He can't even get a chance to kick your favorite fighter's ass, and they still gotta continue on with the nonsense. They just want to keep on messing with the man because they have nothing else negative to say about Errol Spence. Nothing. Because thanks to the help of Terrence Crawford and plus the way that EJ's been moving, they have nothing. They running out of things to say. So EJ does a skit with his wife, and everybody just overblown that shit, the haters and things like that. Get up on out of here. That's my PSA. Stop hating on Errol Spence. The PSA is for all you Errol Spence haters, go tell your scary punk ass boy to get the fuck in the ring with Errol Spence. That's all. And he really wants to beat his ass. It's not about business. I'm telling you, if they able to ever get in the ring, he gonna beat the brakes off of Terrence Crawford. He didn't turn it personal because it's a straight shit show. Terrence Crawford done messed up the ending year of boxing. Nobody's gonna watch that bullshit. Everybody, I'm gonna tell you, my predictions for this for these numbers is gonna be horrible. And I think they feel as though that a lot of people is going to be successful because they feel as though people's going to jump and buy it because it's a brand new app. Okay, and also just to see if Terrence Crawford how he's going to look. I know they expect them to watch this dude or whatever like that, but that doesn't mean that a whole lot of people's going to tune in. This guy didn't have the mass appeal before, people. So what makes you think he's going to have that mass appeal now? What really makes you think you, as a EJ hater and a Bud Crawford nut hugger, right? What makes you think that this is going to be successful for this dude? It's going to be worse than his other views. It's going to be worse. I'm telling you, it's going to come with a whole nother excuse. And even when he fight is mandatory, that might do more numbers than this motherfucking David Avocado motherfucking goddamn fight. But come on, man. Come on, man. I'm just tired of this dude. Also, I had got into a debate with somebody. We was talking about heavyweights, and we got into a big thing. Who would win out of Big Shot Shaw, or who would win out of Big Baby Anderson? And me and my bro, we was really going at it, bro. And I'm telling you, I wish they put that fight together. That is one heavyweight match that I would like to see. I want to see Big Shot Shaw against Big Baby Anderson. I got Big Shot Shaw winning it, probably most likely can stop him. I know he's gonna hurt him, but my lord bro, he likes Big Baby Anderson. He think Big Baby Anderson is gonna be the heavyweight to win the division once Deontay Wilder finally get undisputed and then decide to hang it up after he get finished doing what he came to do the first time around. So hopefully they get that because me and my brother, we betting on that thing. We betting $500 and we betting 500 push-ups. So we splitting that down the line like that. But that's one fight that I want to see, especially when it comes to the heavyweights. I want to see more Big Shot Shaw in 2023. Now, me, I don't want to see him and Wilder go through it. But if it's Wilder's very, very last fight going out, then maybe I would be more acceptable to seeing that fight. But right now, I just want to see Wilder go ahead, handle these other guys, get Andrew Reese out the way, whoever else want that smoke, And then after that, we'll see what these younger guys is going to do, because boxing is a young man's sport. And it's a young woman's sport, because that go for the women too. Some of them old women over there, they need to get up out of the ring. Come on, Jessica, you don't need to be in the ring no more. You down there, 40 years old. You was up there looking all crazy, throwing your shots like a straight fucking beginner. Like it was just your, like you was, like she was just at the beginners start of training, where you don't even get to put hand wraps on. You see what I'm saying? She doing jump rope and stuff like that, and wish she can go ahead and spar and hit the bag and all that. So she just shadow air boxing. That's how she looked in that fight. You know what I mean? So boxing is becoming a young man and a young woman's sport. So some of you old fogies, stogies, that's old fogies, stogies in the sport of boxing, your time is coming very near. I mean, they gonna have to bow down gracefully and bow out gracefully, or one of these little young guns or one of these young little tender mommies gonna wind up tearing their asses up. And then we'll be, oh, there's another fighter that stayed in the game too long. Look what happened to him. And then we'll be trying to take up for him. Oh man, they only beat him like that because he was old, this, that, and the other. Who wants to go through that? I went through that enough as a kid with Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? And even with some guys then, but yeah, let's get these fights going on very soon as possible. Not rushing them, but can't take too much time, because Father Time don't stop for no one, and you might well get it while you young. So while they still fit and they still have their faculties and things are working like that, let these opponents get in the ring with one another. Why they fresh? Stop waiting and putting these opponents in the ring when they half-ass done. It's not entertaining. You know, and they keep on thinking, or you keep on putting two names together, and just had them, talk for a couple years. We'll finally get a fight. And no, we don't want to see that shit. We don't want to see two of the most anticipated boxers fighting each other when I got a whole four gray hair a lot. As you see, my hair be fully gray in another couple years, y'all. It's this dirty brown and dusty gray and all that other shit. But this is what's going to happen if they don't stop chucking and jiving with putting these opponents in the ring right now, when they should be putting them in the ring together. But yeah, let them get in the ring now. You know what I'm saying? And get it on out the way. And that even go for women boxing too. Like I said with Jessica McCaskill, she's gonna have to retire soon, man. How long she's gonna be bouncing around, be able to motherfucking keep on getting in the ring and being and competing on a night to night basis like that. And we know there's a difference, that the women may age a little different than the men. You know what I'm saying? And even though the men be looking kind of bad, that's what's up. You know what I mean? So definitely we don't want that to trickle over into women's boxing when they in there too long. You know what I mean? Because it's hard to give up, and I understand. Women the women boxers may have to be in the ring just a little longer, because the money is a little different over there, and hopefully the money can start getting better in women's boxing. Hopefully they can start bringing in the revenue, and people start supporting women boxing like men boxing, because we got a lot of men who's getting money that they shouldn't be getting, and then we got these women who put on these great fights, and because they're not as big as men boxing, they don't get paid the way they should get paid. You know what I'm saying? By the time they at the end of their career, then they finally becoming a millionaire. And I think that needs to change. And I think as us as content creators and fans of the sport of boxing, and we keep on putting out the great content and letting our voices be heard, I think they will take take notice to it, and take some notes. So I'm wishing for that too. I want to see a lot of more. I want to see a lot of more women boxing 2023. I want to hear women boxing being spoken about a little more, because it deserves to be talked about just as well as men boxing. So hopefully we'll get that. All right. Also, I gotta see when the next time my man Shushu Carrington is getting in the ring. I want to see who he's going to be up against next. He probably won't fight again until the new year comes in. But I'm looking for Shushu Carrington for another win, and to keep on going with his career. We're gonna see what these prospects is going to do As far as anything else, I ain't really looking for anything else, man. Most thing I'm looking forward to is TWT always putting out good content, and that's what it is. Um, not too much more to say, but just to kill some time to get everybody warmed up. Southern T should be coming on soon. Um, who I now uh, I would like to see. I want to see El Rayo come back. I want to see him come back just to see how he's going to do. And since he lost the way that he did, and he had that kind of big ass distraught and big look of discouragement on him. Um, when he comes back, he might need to touch something a little light. You know what I mean? So maybe El Rayo can come back and get in the ring with I don't know who, but he's going to need something light. Hopefully, the kid will come back and continue to be competitive. I don't know, but we gonna find out very soon. But one fight that's mandated that I'm hyped up on is seeing Frank Martin. Wanted to see him against Ice Cream Sherbet, but we already know how that went down. So Frank Martin and Michelle Rivera, that's gonna be a hell of a fight. But my question is, when is they gonna do this fight? So most likely they'll probably find out. Wait until EJ's announcement on who will be his next opponent. If it's going to be Keefe Poo, or if he's going to go up to 54, no matter what. Whenever Errol fights next, most likely the Michelle Rivera and Frank Martin fight will be on that card. You know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting to see that. That's going to be a very interesting. Yeah, Rayo, he got destroyed. Didn't switch up the opponent. Didn't switch up on the opponent at all. Last minute. That's a trick you do. He's South America. Yeah. For sure, say anything different there, you're correct. There's always an excuse. You correct. There's always an excuse, bro. Exactly. And that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. And I think this is what's going to be the thing with these boxes as they keep on doing this bullshit. If they just going to cheat themselves out. And they expect the people to stay and still be and still accept it. We not doing that. I know y'all doing South America, man. Let me see. Yeah, but I would like to see if El Rayo still got something left there. I mean, he's young, and see, that's the thing, and this is the reason why they shouldn't be, pussyfooting around with these young prospects and with these young, up and coming contenders, because they have enough time. So they can get in there, yeah, get in there. Learn now, learn how to accept the laws. Learn how to say, well, damn, the reason why I got my head knocked off because I made this mistake. Because you can always come back and fix it. So it's a good thing, and it's a great learning tool for these young prospects and these young contenders that's coming up, that they actually get to meet that shit now. And we want to see it. We want to be able to talk about, that certain guys fought 3 or 4 times in their career. We can't talk like that. Like we was able to talk like that back in the 80s when we had boxing discussions, and even in the 90s that, certain fighters, they fought one another multiple times. You know what I'm saying? The only fighter we can really talk about most recent is Manny Pacquiao and Marquez, because they fought 4 times. Okay, Wilder and Fury fought 3 times. You know what I'm saying? But we need to start seeing this, because these guys back in the day, some of these guys fought 5, 6, 7 times. In a career lifetime. It don't necessarily have to be crammed in and all at once. But when you start out young, it's good to meet somebody at the beginning, probably meet them in the middle, and then you probably meet them at the end. We wouldn't mind seeing anything like that. And these younger fighters, they are young enough and they have enough time, so they can go in there and break each other up. You understand what I'm saying? Get themselves together, get themselves back together, handle their business, and then if that person that beat them before, if they still pop them, they don't want down the line, you go at it again. You know what I mean? But they have to be willing to do it. But you can't be spacing the time out and then you aging them out, because that's one thing us as boxing fans and content creators, that's what we are. We're tired of. We're tired of, the long drawn shit and just people taking too long to just simply get in the ring, lace them up, fight, get it over with, and get the fuck paid. Man, shit. If I was young enough, I'd be right at it, man. I'd be trying to fight 4 or 5 times a goddamn year. You know what I'm saying? I'll be trying to get it in. And then depending on how my condition is, if I'm really nice like that, I might take 2 fights a month in the beginning of my career so I could build my fucking shit up. If I'm nice like that, and I ain't taking in too much, putting too much toll on me, and I get a nice win at the beginning. Hey man, look, if that was a quick run, then I'm trying to run through somebody by the end of the month or beginning of the following month. That's what they got to do. And these guys are young. They don't need to be aging these people out anymore. Nobody don't want to see that. If we want to see a whole bunch of old motherfuckers, then we'll just be complaining about all these old dudes should be doing these legend exhibition fights. And we don't want to see a whole bunch of that shit either. We're boxing fans and we want to see some real fucking boxing. And we tired of the bullshit that has taken place, because even though this was a great year, I would give 2022 far as a letter grade, I give 2022, I give it an A. I give it an A, man. I give it an A overall, far as the fights and the matches that we've seen, and the things that some of our favorite fighters have done. We've seen Clarissa do an awesome thing. Come on, man. Historical shit. We see death, historical shit. So we've seen a lot of historical things this year. We just didn't get to see the most anticipated historical match in Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. But even though with that not happening, we still got a lot of great things that we could talk about. You know what I mean? And then it's going to be things we can still talk about. And I think far as everybody, and this even goes for Terrence Crawford fans, any move that this motherfucker makes, shut the fuck up about it. Everybody does shut up about it. Whatever mass media put out about it, let it be. But the rest of us, we won't do nothing about it. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. And we'll see these people. We'll see him change up and do something totally different, because everybody wants to get looked at, no matter what they say out their mouth. They want to get looked at. They want to be heard. They want to be seen. That's why they get out there and do what they do, or they attach their name to somebody else's. But I think if we stop giving this damn energy, them motherfuckers will get it right. And I think this is the reason why we still in this shit show with Terrence Crawford, because we gave this motherfucker too much. We gave him too much without getting anything back from this guy. And we was pacifying him. We was giving him too much and he never gave us anything. You know what I'm saying? He didn't really give us too much. So yeah, I'm done with that. So I'm all about whoever wants that real smoke, lace them up, get that smoke. Whoever's trying to become a legend, build a true legacy, and become a true Hall of Famer. A real pound for pound candidate, by going in the ring, fighting the best of the best, not fighting some C class, D class, fucking E class dudes. You don't do that. You don't even go out looking for it. You ask for some tough opposition. That's how you do it. You know what I mean? Then your performance will even let us know even more. And this is why we're going to be having a lot of talks, more talks about this kid, Devin Haney, until somebody is able to slow him down. And even if they do slow him down, he's still a whole lot to talk about. But he's a great example of what I've been saying for the past couple minutes. It's a young sport. Come on, man. Don't hold these guys out. Let them get at it. Let them get at it, man. Let them get at it. And especially the ones who talking about they from the grit, they want that smoke, then do it. Do it. Get that shit on. Ain't no, I want to fight this guy. I want to fight that guy. I'm going to go fight him. But if I fight him first, he might mess up my chances of fighting him. That don't necessarily mean that. And I wish you young punk ass, you little young motherfuckers, instead of besides being boxers in the sport, these boxers, especially these young ones, they need to study the fucking sport. And I think that's something that should be implicated in the put in the itinerary, because you can tell that out of all sports, baseball players, they watch film, football, they watch film, basketball, they watch film. Of course, boxers, they do, but not as much as the other sports. They just do it for, getting ready for a certain opponent. No, always study the sport. Always study. I don't care if you 25-0 with 23 knockouts, niggas still study the sport. Study the sport. Know what was great before you, so you'll know how to become great, and then kind of have an idea of what's going to be great after you, and are you going to be a part of that greatness. They need to study the sport, because I guarantee if you sit some of these dudes down and you ask them a couple questions, they ain't going to know what the fuck you or anybody else is talking about. They ask them these questions because they don't know. And that's why a lot of them, they carry themselves the way that they do, because they lack of knowledge of the sport. And you got to know who did it before you in order for you to know how to move. Somebody else got you into the sport. You looked up to somebody. So instead of looking up to somebody, they need to study. And I think boxers need to do a little more studying. They don't do it enough. They don't do it enough. They corner don't do it enough. The yes man homie ain't doing it at all. Even a wifey can do that. You know what I'm saying? And a couple of them probably do. I'm pretty sure a couple of the bros, they wives is all in with them when it's time to get the training and all that. You understand what I'm saying? They even tell them, oh, nigga, put a pep in your step, get up and hold up, your alarm went off 5 minutes ago, nigga. You supposed to be up at 4:30. It's 4:40. What are you doing? Get up out of here. Don't give me no kiss or nothing like that. Just kiss the children, get to the motherfucking gym, go about your business. Go focus. I'm trying to stay away from you as far as possible, so you won't be thinking about this ill. Cause I ain't gonna give you none, and I want you to stay focused. So you can go in there and whip some ass, and that mama give you a nice award. Y'all know how it goes down. That's why after training, I mean, shit, we even heard Clarissa Shields say that shit. Let's keep it real, goddamn. We even heard the folks say, well, listen, they asked after the fight, they said, well, shit, motherfucker, what's wrong with you, lady? I ain't had no dangling in about 5 weeks. Shit, I ain't trying, we could talk about the other shit later. I need to go get my motherfucking rocks. Need to go get my socks rocked. I need to go get my walls pushed back. I need my man to jab up on these walls like I've been jabbing on these bitches. I'm trying to tell you. So, don't do it before, because, some motherfuckers try to get a nut off before and it drains a whole lot out of you, which probably was a problem with Jessica. You know what I'm saying? She, because she didn't look as fit as she used to. You know what I'm saying? Even though she came with the nasty ass fight style, but she didn't, you know what I mean? Because she probably was doing them damn fucking. Instead of just saying, boop, no. You know what I mean? That's why she's swinging off. She's swinging the way that she's swinging. She gassed out pretty fast. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to stay tight and right. Know when to say pause and know when to say press on. You know what I'm saying? But it's this sport. You can't, no matter how good your woman look, and then if you're a female boxer, no matter how much your man turn you on, motherfuckers hold that shit off until after you go get in the ring, get that belt or those belts, and get that paycheck, and then you come out and then, hey, baby, I'm yours. Do me like I did that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because after, 2 or 3 months of not getting none, you're getting ready for camp. You went out there, you got all that testosterone and all that estrogen. You know what I'm saying? After you whoop on somebody's ass, and after you get that paycheck, that title, whatever, that W, you want your man or your woman to do the same thing to you that you did to your motherfucking goddamn opponent. You understand what I'm saying? But you have to be focused. So listen, I'm trying to drive y'all over to T. T just dropped something now. So what I'm going to do, man, I'm going to end this, and I really appreciate the fanboy coming through. So I'm going to start doing these little warm-ups and stuff like that, so nobody will say, man, we don't see you doing enough. All right, so listen, this is your boy, Crush the Legend, a.k.a. Mr. PSA, also known as Yoda. This live has been brought to you and sponsored by Team TWT, and also sponsored by, man, we don't give a fuck about your whack ass feeling. Keep it real or keep it pushing. I see y'all in a few minutes. My blessed people, have a blessed day.